Welcome, everybody. Welcome to CommunityFIT, and in particular, your stress reset class. I'm James, and I'll be your teacher for today. And today is an experiment. We are going to see how it goes. Why? Because we have a guest teacher in the house. Hey, Bobby Ross, come here. Come here. Come here. Here we go. We have a little guest teacher today. This is Bob Ross, and he's a master teacher, and he'll be coaching me over on the sidelines. He's been very, very, very good all morning, and we're just gonna hope that that continues for at least the next half hour. And if it doesn't, today we're just gonna roll with the punches because that's 2021, right? So
I love him. I love him, James.
Easy to love. He's easy to love. Okay, everybody. So again, welcome to Stress Reset. Today, the focus is going to be a lot of this class, a lot of the strategies have been how do we begin to create a more in-depth interpersonal relationship, interpersonal dialogue so that we can resource or at least contextualize what it is we're feeling, what it is that's going on. But what happens when life gets to be too much? When things are so overwhelming that turning inward just is more triggering than not? And how do we begin to create practices, rituals, strategies around distracting the body or getting outside of ourselves or getting out of our own way? So we're going to revisit some of my favorite exteroception or sensing outside of ourselves practices, TRE exercises, some more groundwork, some really good things if you're feeling like it's just too dangerous to be inside right now. Got it? So here is where we are going to start. I want you to sit comfortably, whatever that means for you. You can be in a chair, you can sit in this position, you can choose a whole other sitting position. It is for you to decide. And I want you to just take an inhale and let out an exhale. And there's an inhale. And then there's an exhale. That's enough for you today, do that thing. If not, what I want you to do is all of us have a right wall and all of us have a left wall, no matter where you are at right now. Or a right place and a left place. I want you to breathe as if that breath is going to fill up, occupy, and touch the right wall. Exhale. It's like you have bisected yourself in half and there's a right half of you and a left half of you. We're going to inhale now into the left half of you as if to breathe or touch or move into the left space more. What I find really helpful here is allowing your posture to change. And over here. And over here again. And again. One more to the right. Last one to the left. Then bring your hands together, get them nice and warm. Put them on the front of your throat and just feel the warmth. Let your posture kind of shift and change into that. Couple more breaths. Put those warm hands maybe onto your chest or your belly and just sense or feel into that. Now in this class, we're used to tapping. We're not gonna do tapping per se, although if that feels really good for you, by all means. I want you to take your fingers and sort of like you're wiggling them, little sparkle fingers, and then you're just gonna kind of gently, gently, gently run your fingers like a little, I don't even want to say because that could be triggering for someone to, like little ants, little animals, little kisses all over the face, all over the head. And as I get by your ears, listen to that sound. Go over your closed eyes. Listen to that sound. Over your lips. Back to your ears, on top of your head. And then just take and brush an arm all the way through. Other side. And then we're going to move right into our orientation practice. So beginning to look around your space, and I want you to just notice the things in the space. Notice any changes from how the space normally is. Like here today, I have a puppy. I've got his toys and his water bowl and all the other things. So it's not only my space, I'm also noticing the changes. And it's objective. It's rather than like, oh, look at that. There's a wet towel from the water he spilled, to there's just a towel. There's some food, and there's a chair. There's a plant, a window. There's that puppy. There you are. Just noticing the things in the room. And then for today, I want you to pause. I want you to notice. I want you to let in something that looks especially interesting today. Maybe it's the way the light is hitting that plant. Maybe it's the puppy that's in the room. Maybe it's someone you really love. It's something you really love. And you're just gonna notice that for a moment. And then without changing where you're sitting, I want you to lean into whatever that thing is. You're just going to notice it more intensely. You're just kind of noticing the contours of it, the way the light hits it, how big it is, how small it is. And then at some point, that thing will get less interesting. It'll all of a sudden, instead of like, oh, there's this really adorable puppy, it's just like, there's a puppy. At which point, you kind of lean back and you notice it from there, and how it's shifted and changed. Once that sort of is less interesting, you can go back to your orientation practice, and there's something else in the room that looks really interesting, really beautiful, really complex. It's just intriguing. For whatever reason, it just grabs your attention for today. For me, it's almost always this one plant I have over here, just the way the light hits it. And so I'm going to notice that. I'm just going to, without moving where I am, I'm just going to allow my posture to shift and change, get a little closer to it. Relax into it. Cock my head, move my eyes, just look. Eventually that will be less interesting. It's just like, yep, that's that plant. At which point you can kind of shift backwards. Just notice. And I encourage you for the rest of the day, for the rest of the week, to just pay attention to things in the space you're in the space you're keeping, and just notice something that's interesting, beautiful, intriguing, eye-catching. And can you just allow your posture to lean into it and move away, and notice how that changes the relationship of how you are in the space. Then, when you're ready, join me down on the ground. We're going to get into some ways to get outside of ourselves and trigger a stress reset response. So first, as we're going back into that TR, we are revisiting the TRE exercises. Bring your feet together. Let your knees not all the way. It's not a flexibility contest. No need to squeeze them together. It's somewhere comfortably in between. The soles of my feet are together. All of my toes are touching the outside and inside edges, the heel. I push my feet together. I tuck and squeeze my butt cheeks, and I begin to push down. I don't need to go into my highest bridge, but I'm definitely off the floor. I'm pushing down, I'm pushing together, I'm holding and pushing, holding and pushing, holding and pushing, holding and pushing, holding and pushing for about 45 seconds to a minute and a half. Squeezing, squeezing, squeezing. Just holding the squeeze. Holding, holding, almost there, almost there. Squeeze even more, push down even more. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, slowly coming down. Holding while you're down, bringing your knees 1 inch together, another inch together, another inch together. Inch by inch until maybe you experience a shake in the legs, a tremor, a wobble in the legs. You're just gonna let this happen. If you're like, nope, didn't happen for me, feel free to go right back into that same experience. We're gonna revisit it again one more time, but maybe you need more of it right now. For me, many of you, I'm just gonna let my legs kind of tremor and shake here. Bob Ross over here is really good at this. This is every single night. He just allows his little body to shake and tremor and shake off the stress from the day. There we go. Just nice big shakes. I don't have to do any of the work. I'm here. Then when I'm ready, I'm gonna let my knees open back up, get my feet situated, squeeze and push, lift, hold. Squeezing, squeezing, holding, squeezing. We're gonna go another 20 seconds. Check in with your toes. Are they touching other toes? Outside edges of your feet. Maybe you're breathing into the right or left side, whichever side needs a little more attention. All the way back down. Inch by inch. Oh, there we go. Now I've got a nice solid shake. Little therapeutic tremor going on. Just letting that shake and tremor. Then slowly bring your feet to the floor, knees together. Feet are going to walk their way wider than your body. Knees are together, arms are relaxed. Squeeze my knees and my inner thighs together, bridging up, hold it. Squeezing and holding. Already for me, I've got a shake going. I'm not even in the release portion, which is good news. And then I'm going to work my way back down. I'm going to keep my knees together, but I'm going to bring my feet together as well. Then I'm going to let my knees open up inch by inch until there's a shake, a tremor, a release. Just letting it happen. Letting that shake happen. You don't even need to be present for the shake. You don't have to know why it's shaking. There's no investigation. There's no interpersonal dialogue needed. You're just like, oh, look at that. They're shaking down there. Isn't that crazy? I'm going to do one more round of this. So I'm going to bring my knees together. I'm going to walk my feet wide. I'm going to do a bridge up. I'm going to hold and squeeze. Nice breath. And then all the way back down. Knees stay together, feet come together, inch by inch. Whatever needs to shake, allow it. Just breathing. And gently slide one leg straight, flex that foot. The other leg straight, flex that foot, and hold. From there, let both feet windshield right and left, right and left, right and left, right and left. Until you feel kind of your whole body get shaky, jiggly, fluid. If you're like, I don't like this, James, another option is to dig your heels down, point and flex the feet, and it's sort of like a rebounding jiggle. One might be wiggle, one might be jiggle. Then put your feet where they're comfortable. Your legs can be straight, they can be bent. That's for you to decide. Open your arms to the letter T, hold. You're going to bend at the elbows and make a fist. So you're squeezing your fists tight. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Then you're going to start to push your elbows down into the floor. Hold. I'm squeezing my fists. I'm squeezing my pushing my elbows down. And then I'm going to squeeze my shoulder blades together. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Release, reach your arms up, shake. Shake, 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 shake. Again, elbows down, fists, push, squeeze, contract, hold, 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 hold. Release, shake, 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 shake. Now, if that's enough for you, stay there. If you'd like more, bend your knees, elbows, fists, squeeze, push, push, squeeze together. Then starts to do a little bridge. Squeeze, 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 squeeze. Squeeze your fists until everything shakes, shakes, shakes like angry shake. And then relax down. Shake, 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 shake. One more of those. Down, fists, squeeze, push, lift. Hold, hold, hold. It's like an angry shake, like you're so mad. Now, release. Shake. Shake, 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 shake. Oh. Take your right hand, put it on where you believe your stomach to be. Put your left hand on top. Both hands are going to make a circle to the left, down to the left hip, across the low belly to the right hip, back up to the stomach. To the left, towards the left hip, down, back up again. Just making some circles. Three, two, and one. Slide your legs straight. Arms can open up out to the side. Now I can windshield wipe and go into my wiggle. I can point and flex and go into my jiggle. Which one feels the best for you? Neither one is the right choice because none of them are wrong. So I want you to just choose. Am I a wiggler or am I a jiggler? Then just commit to that and just kind of speed it up. Sometimes I like to do both at the same time. It becomes sort of circular in action. You're just going to keep doing whichever choice you want to do there. And you're going to allow yourself to take the foot off of the brake. Meaning, I'm going to go into the jiggle. And it's very organized. It's very resonant. It's harmonious. And at some point, I'm going to notice something wants to get chaotic. Like, feels like my right leg wants to go here. I'm not going to second guess it, but I'm just going to let my right leg do the action it wants to do. And it wants to do, I don't know why it would feel good to do this. I'm not going to second guess it. No interpersonal dialogue, no figuring it out. Just going, okay, cool. Do the wiggle, do the thing. I call this floppy fish. You're just allowing it to flop around like a fish out of water. At some point, it's going to go, I don't need to do that anymore. Maybe you go back to your jiggle or your wiggle. And then for me, my left leg's like, I don't want to be left out. I want to go into it. Maybe yours is different. Oh, for me, if you're watching instead of doing, what my left leg wants to do is very different than what my right leg wanted to do. I could not have chosen that. It's just like, oh, it just needs to flop. So no need for symmetry. Symmetry is old school thinking. We don't even need to go there. It's just, what does this side need? Now both legs want to do sort of a shake. And for whatever reason, now my body is done with that. Just gonna lay here and breathe for a moment. Maybe I orient, I just start to look around. Oh, look at that, the room looks different. Room looks different. Lying down, so everything is now different. Take a side to roll to, roll onto that side. Use your whole body, arms included, to push yourself up to a seated position. Once you're up, maybe you need some more orientation or some tapping or some breathing. How do you settle back in to the experience? How do you release, let go, and just be here for that? Then whether you want your eyes open or closed, we practiced orientation, visual orientation. Maybe you did yours auditory already or kinesthetic from previous classes. I did visual. Now, eyes open or closed, your choice. I'm going to have my eyes closed. I'm going to take my right hand right by my right ear, and I'm just going to start snapping. I don't want to do it too loud because I've got a little sleeping Bob Ross over there. But I'm just going to snap. I'm going to listen for the snap. And I'm going to move the snap up, and I'm going to listen for it. Out. Down. If you can't snap, even just like mimicking like a talking voice, you can hear that. Even rubbing your fingers together, you can hear that. And I'm just going to orient, moving that hand backwards and up. And I'm just sensing, where's that sound? Then I'm going to let it go to the other hand, the other side. I'm bringing it close to my ear. Far away. Just honing everything about me into that snap. And then pause, open your eyes and just feel any difference. Notice anything that might feel different now. Now, some people like this next practice from a seated position. You can do that. I'm going to go to hands and knees. We'll see how Mr. Ross does with this one. I'm going to go to hands and knees. And I'm just going to start pounding. Yep, Ross said, what is going on here? He's going to make an appearance here. Sort of. There he is. Now, I'm not going to do it, but you do it. Take that sensation and really hit the ground. Really throw the temper tantrum like you're beating up the ground. Maybe you want to make a fist here. You're just going to start pounding into the ground. Maybe you need a pillow. Maybe this needs to take place on a bed. Maybe you start pounding and punching a pillow, a couch, a bed, something fluffy. Maybe it is the floor. Maybe you slap it. Maybe you're inclined to even breathe heavy here. Maybe you're inclined to make a noise. Maybe there's a scream that wants to come out. Maybe the scream comes from the gut and you just let everything out that you have been holding onto, punching and hitting and slapping the floor. If you're just sitting there petting your puppy, you're not doing the best right now. I'm encouraging you and advocating for you to just make some noise, start hitting and punching, because so much of that tension that you're feeling up in the neck, up in the shoulders is because you want to fight. You want to push, you want to shove. You need to allow that cycle to process all the way through, punching and hitting. If there's something beautiful about making that contact and really just hitting, but if you don't feel comfortable, if it's too loud, just sit up and just start throwing some punches. Maybe you just need to like throw it off of you. Up, out, up, and out. It's different than the shake. It's different than the wiggle. It's like blatant punches, punch, punch, punch. And then calm yourself. Just relax and tell yourself, I'm here. Maybe you do the orientation thing. Maybe you just put your hands on your own chest, on your own heart. Maybe you breathe out right and left. Wherever you're at, just tell yourself, I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm right here. I'm safe, I'm secure, and I'm right here. Just maybe here, allow your body to kind of shake and move. Be here. Nice deep inhale. Big exhale. Nice deep inhale. And an exhale. Then, last practice of the day. I'm really good at getting this started. I'm going to encourage us to let out a sigh and then a hum. And then I'm going to have you follow me in. If it feels right for you today, I'm going to have you follow me into laughing. So everyone together, nice deep inhale. Let out a sigh. Let your posture change. Let everything about you change. Nice deep inhale. Now, if sighing is like what you can do right now, do that. If not, humming. If you go up up or down an octave? Take a nice deep inhale. Let out a laugh, even if you have to fake it. Let the laugh become bigger. Sign. And take a little inventory, just noticing what you notice. Now, you have some choices. If you need to leave us immediately, great. Thank you for joining us. Homework is to go outside and just let nature soak in. Just look at trees, look at clouds, look at whatever you see outside. If you can't get outside, just look out the window. If you can't do that, look at the plants indoors. Or you can stick around. I can answer some questions and you can see more of Bob Ross. Your choice, up to you. But regardless, thank you for joining us for Stress Reset, and I hope you join us tomorrow for Move Lab. Bye, everybody. Thanks.
Thank you. I want to see more Bob Ross.
Let me wake him up. Come here.
Here, I'll get rid of my virtual background too.
Okay.
Oh, look at the baby. He is so cute.
We're gonna come. No one wants to see me anymore. Everyone wants to see this.
Aww.
So this is Bob Ross, everybody. And the answer is no, he's not a doodle. Bob Ross is a Lagotto Romagnolo. He is an Italian water dog. And he is adorable. And yes, currently he is as soft as he looks, but he will be more kind of coarse as he gets older. But
how big will he get? I know you told me.
About 35 pounds.
Okay, that's about how big my dogs are. You can see, oh, there Daisy's laying on the bed there and Danny's underneath the chair. But yeah, they're about 35 pounds. Oh, he's so cute, James. He is so cute.
He was the best little studio dog today. Yeah, he was chosen for us by the breeder because she knew there's Danny. Hi, Danny.
He just got his eye poked. He's not feeling good.
He's like, let me down. Yeah, the breeder chose this particular puppy for us because she knew he would be a good studio dog.
Yeah, he was great. I was selfishly wanting him to be totally jumping all over you and making us laugh, because what would be a better stress reset than us just laughing at you trying to
trying to teach a class. Yeah, he also, he's a total puppy. So he oscillates right now between playful puppy, psycho puppy, and asleep. So that's where we're at. But here at the studio, he's just been like, we've been here since 10 a.m. and he has pretty much slept the entire time and just like cuddled and done that. So
that's good. Awesome. Oh, I love him. I think you do have a couple questions there about tremors.
You sure do. Let me
Bob
get
Ross. But yes, he's adorable. Thank you for bringing him today.
You are welcome. You will see more of him. I don't know when and how much, because he had to come to work today because Jason had to go into the office, but he doesn't have his vaccines yet, so he can't go outside to go potty. So
right.
Okay, I can only get tremors going when I'm in the squeezing, but never in the release. Am I doing something wrong? Could I do something different to encourage the tremors? So my advocation is to just keep, I have a question, and that is, how often are you doing the TRE exercises? It sounds like this is not your first time with this practice. And if it is, just keep going. If you have had exposure, if you've been in stress reset several times now, and you've done these, I guess I would ask, how often are you doing them outside of this class? Because it's a practice, meaning we have to put our reps in order for our bodies to understand what is going on here. I would not be surprised. We're culturally just not taught how to let go and let happen. We're taught to make something happen. And so when we're in the squeeze phase, it's like, oh yeah, I can do this thing. And sometimes when it comes to the release phase, it's like, okay, I don't have an objective here. What is the objective? We're used to that like push, no pain, no gain, do thing. So the more you practice it, the more your body, not your brain, not the you, but your body will understand, oh, I'm just supposed to allow this to happen. Some people take to it like fish out of water, and you just sort of like do it. Others, it takes a really long time to sort of figure that out. The other and last part of that is if it's like a TRE leg thing, because the full TRE practice has a bunch of, I think it's got like, oh, I'm gonna mess this up. Maybe there's like 12 exercises that go over the entire body. Maybe you just don't hold your stress in your legs. That could be another thing.
Yeah, your other question was about TRE for the upper body.
Right. So there isn't a lot of TRE for the upper body because most of, and this I'll explain through Mabel, the voice of Mabel Ellsworth Todd, who wrote The Thinking Body so long ago. We tend to stress and awareness starts down in our feet and then gets processed up through the legs and into the pelvis and into the gut and into the spine. And you can think of sort of like stress and the way we hold stress as champagne bubbles that start at the bottom of the glass and kind of percolate their way up. You don't notice it until it's at the top, but it doesn't start at the top. It starts at the bottom. And most of us are really good at ignoring signs of tension, signs of stress, things happening down in the low body. And it's not until we get up here into like our sensitive areas that we notice how much we're holding. So there aren't many, to my recollection, there is no TRE exercise for the upper body. That's why I have created some of the like squeeze and like the arm squeeze and the push down and that bridging thing we did to help us sort of get into that. But there isn't any shaking, tremoring exercises. There isn't any of the TRE exercises for that.
Cool. Awesome.
Thank you all. Bob Ross appreciates.
Yes, we hope to see him often.
We will, especially as he gets more and more settled. He's a studio dog, so he will be here all the time.
Yay. Awesome. New mascot.
Yep. In fact, I have a photo to send you, Alicia. You can use it however you want. As I was setting up for class today, he was over here on the mat, and it totally looks like he's getting ready to teach. So,
oh, I love it. Yes.
There's the CommunityFIT background and everything. So I'll send it to you. You can use it.
Awesome. Someone just asked, why did you name him Bob Ross?
So if you look up Lagotto Romagnolos or Italian water dog, they have their hair. In fact, I just found this out. Their particular hair type, they are the only breed who has this particular hair type. And it gets very, very curly. And if you, generally speaking, they're cut very trim in the body, and then their head just has a big afro. And they're just like goofy, loving, very, very gentle animals in general, and then he's especially. So it was like personality and then hair. And it came up in conversation. I think my husband, we were over at my mom's house, I believe, and we were talking about names, and somehow Bob Ross came up. And the minute Bob Ross came up, it was like a unanimous yes.
He was the painter? The artist?
Bob Ross was the painter who painted Happy Trees, and there were never
with the crazy hair. Oh my gosh, I remember now.
Yep. Yep. He goes by Bobby mostly. Bobby's the current name, and or Mr. Ross, or when he's bad, then it's Robert Ross.
Robert Ross. That's great. Awesome.
Yep.
Well, can't wait to get him together with my pups and just enjoy all the puppy time. I miss it.
Yes. So we will definitely have a puppy play date. He'll be ready. We cannot wait to get him out of the house We have
All a ways to
we
go.
have
I know.
3 more weeks because this is a lot of puppy energy contained in not big spaces. And he's a sport dog. He's a working dog. So he needs that intellectual. He loves to be outside, and with the smoke. And then we have a beehive in our backyard. So there's lots of bees. So between the bees and the smoke, the backyard is a difficult situation to play in. And we really cannot wait. I cannot wait to take him on walks and to the river and tire him out that way, because it's a lot.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, good luck.
Thank you.
All right. We'll see you guys later. Thanks,
Okay.
Raymond.
Bye, everybody. Thank you, Raymond.
Bye.